Hey yo, this is the Corner of the Circle. Nice little podcast with me, your host, LS McLean. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a nosy person. People are nosy. They want to know stories. They want to know what's going on in other people's lives. And yo, I am absolutely no exception. So sit back, relax, and let's just chill for a little bit. This is the Corner of the Circle. Boom. And we're live, ladies and gentlemen. It's taken us about 3, 4, 5 tries, but we got the man, the myth. It's not even a legend anymore, bro. This guy he's a living legend. He's your favorite powerlifter's favorite powerlifter. You know what I'm saying? If Captain America weren't a fictional character and decided to come to life, this would be him. Like literally, he's an actual superhero, able to lift stuff that most of us haven't even written down on a piece of paper, at a lighter weight than most of us can even cut down to, and he does it with a smile on his face. I mean, he's a world champion. He's conquered not one but 2 different federations. Everybody's got to bow to him, and that's just the beginning. He's a young guy, so he's got so much more lifting, up in front of him, which it's really discouraging for people like myself. But it is what it is. Right now you hold the all-time record for 181 and 198.
Yeah.
Sheesh, who are you, dude? This, my friends, is the man. He's not even a myth anymore. The living legend, Mr. John HAACK. Thank you for being on this, dude. This is
Jesus, that was quite an intro.
Listen, bro,
how long have we been trying to do this though? It's been I feel like you talked to me in like October.
Yeah. I talked to you I talked to you at what's
was
that?
it tribute?
It was a tribute.
Oh man, that was back in August.
It was right after the tribute. But the thing is, I do these things in spurts. So I reach back out, I'm like, yeah, let's get it cracking. But then it was just I don't know, man, you're busy, dude. You work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? And I have a bunch of crap going on. So it's like, all right, well, whatever we can link up, let's do it. And then it's like, well, 2020 would be really good. Let's do 2020. And we finally kind of, aligned. The last time I tried to do it, I was in a truck. That didn't work out. So
yeah, high on post-surgery meds too.
Yeah, dude, I was perked out and everything else. I was like, yeah, this is not gonna end well. So yeah, but we finally got it, dude. I appreciate you being persistent. You know what I mean, and coming back on this thing. And like I said, if I'm gonna get it, I gotta get it. So I'm excited that I got it. So I appreciate you. So I don't even, dude. And the thing is, people ask a ton of questions when they find out, oh, John's gonna be on asking this, oh, and asking this. Here lately, I've just been letting people ask me questions to ask, but I'm like, I can ask whatever. So I wrote out a few, you know what I mean, that people have sent, but then I have my own, and honestly, I have no format whatsoever. I was talking about, we were talking about my buddy Ryan and, being a long driver, a professional long driver. And what we were kind of talking about was, how much money they're able to generate in these other sports. And so for me, it's hard to wrap my brain around the fact that there are still more people out there that are willing to long drive, and there's still more corporate sponsors out there willing to get behind long driving events and things of that nature. I know that we're in our small little pocket of powerlifting, but I feel like, dude, it's grown crazy, right?
Yeah.
Why shouldn't there be why shouldn't a winner of an event be able to take home $350 grand, $400 grand? You know what I mean? And I don't know. I think a lot of it, for me personally, just looking at, the corporate sponsors and things of that nature, because obviously that's how you got to generate most of the cash. I think a lot of it is just most of these corporations, most of these big wigs, most of these guys don't know a thing about lifting. You know what I'm saying? And when you think about it, at least for me, all the guys I've ever encountered that really had those kind of, that kind of money, that could throw around that kind of money, that owned a business, a Fortune 500 company, the last thing that you see them doing is lifting. And if they are lifting, they're not lifting heavy. You know what I mean? And so we're still...
It's definitely like a poor man's sport compared to like golf being like a rich man's sport.
Oh, without a doubt. Like, I mean, you're going to get far more you get far more money, in tennis and in golf. You know what I mean? And it's weird because it still pales in comparison to like the PGA, and the mounds of cash those dudes make. But at the same time,
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, like you come and try it, you might end up liking it. And like every person that I've ever introduced a sport to, they've fallen in love with it. So it's like I think it's a matter of time. I know for a while there, like we had a shot, we had a legit shot because like I know we had at one point in time we had like bodybuilding.com was involved. Not only were they involved, but GNC was involved, and but then something somehow it kind of fell through. I don't know. I think maybe after Jesse was done, they were like, "Nah, we're done with you guys." Like it's just
Yeah, that sucks.
it's just weird, man. So I don't know. It's I would like to think in the at least within your lifting career, I feel like that huge purse is going to happen. You know what I mean? I feel like there's going to be that $100,000 payday. I believe it's going to happen. Thank God. The popularity it's just growing far too fast, and we're getting
Yeah, it seems like there's like pocket companies that are kind of like trying to do it, but it
yeah.
would take like collectively like all the
Oh yeah,
companies
it's
kind
gonna
of coming
yeah,
together.
and that's the thing. Right? I mean, while we can bitch and moan and talk about like, well, lifters need to start coming together. Lifters need to start, you know, raising their awareness and the solidarity. At the end of the day, man, it's if we're gonna make any moves toward anything like that, I mean, it would have to be one of those type things where what, let's just have a big, huge ass meet. Let's freaking bring in the best of whomever, and they're kind of doing it with the Sheffield or whatever. But I mean, imagine having legit the best of the best. Doesn't matter what federation, straight up across the board, and just go. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
well,
it's
I heard
a
Steffi's bringing back Raw Unity. You know,
oh, dude, yes, Raw Unity was man. That's where I first had a chance to be like a straight fanboy. Like that's when like God, dude, because like Garrett
yeah, I
Griffin,
remember like Raw Unity 7 was like my second meet, and I came in and just like everyone there was just like, holy
freaking
shit, like
yeah,
that's the
dude,
guy from like that was when like Instagram wasn't super big. It was more
yeah.
like on Facebook, I guess,
Yeah,
still.
man. Like, so it was
Or
like, because I remember
it
like
was like,
Garrett Griffin, man. Like, Garrett Griffin, he was just like the lightest guy. And he was
yeah,
like throwing up
bench
500.
press.
He could throw up anything, man. He
It was
was
like a
always J'd up.
198er, right?
Yeah, he's a 198er, and that dude was like just throwing weight around, man. And I remember like I was just starting to kind of get into powerlifting or whatever, and I reached out to the guy, and he was like hella nice, and just like, yeah, you can try this and this and this. And I was like, well, what are you putting on your wrist? He's like, yeah, I put wrist wraps. I was like, well, how high can you put them? He's like, yeah, you can put them. Like, I didn't know, dude. I didn't know a thing about lifting, man. And so it was, there was a higher sense of community. I feel like because it won the popularity. It was popular, but it wasn't that popular. And
Yeah.
I was a
Well,
lot
that
of
was a good one because like that was when like Animal had
Animal,
like
dude.
everyone.
Animal was the shit, and they still are. No, not shout out to Animal.
Yeah.
Shout out to Animal. But like, dude, I remember I used to watch those all those black and white animal
Yeah, the like
YouTubes, dude.
underground or whatever.
Yeah, bro. And like I got to watch him make one of Dan Green. It's like before my first Worlds. It's when they first started doing Raw Worlds, and we were going to Russia, and I was getting ready for it, and I was up in Jersey doing some work, and the guy Andre Skiba that owns Skiba Gym. Like, so if
Yeah,
any of you
yeah.
guys, ever watch those animal videos, it's always the gym with all the yellow weights, the yellow walls and everything. That was his gym. So he invited me to come up, and he was working. He was I think he was like blogging for him and doing a few things behind the scenes for Animal. And I started going there every time I would go up to the East Coast, and he's like, dude, I want to try to introduce you to the guys. So I got to get to know the guys and everything. And he's like, I think they might try to pick you up because they don't have anybody on that USAPL side, IPF. So I'm like, say word. Oh my
Man,
God,
yeah,
that'd be
dope.
crazy. And bro, I just honestly, man, I don't know how it fell through, or I think I got scared of it all. To be
I
100
think they
with you,
really want like the freaks, like
yeah, and like I think for me, I kind of got scared of it all because I was like, bro, I don't lift half of what these dudes lift. I don't know anything about them. And at the time, like I was literally sitting there. I was sitting like right next to Dan Green, and the guys were like prepping Dan because he was doing a seminar there, and they invited me to come and peep the seminar. And I asked Dan a couple questions, man. I'm like, dude, I don't know what this guy's talking about. I'm way over my head. You know what? Maybe this isn't the smartest thing for me. I can make a fool of myself before I even get started. And I think with powerlifting, I always knew that I wanted to, to like not necessarily be a badass, but I wanted to be the best that I could be in the sport. And it
Hmm.
wasn't until like I started actually winning, I'm like, yo, I want to be the best that ever touched the bar. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And I think
feel
that's
that.
everybody's goal. Is so I just was like, if I'm gonna do it, I don't know that I could do it being this small fish in a big pond with all these dudes. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not on anything. And even if I did get on anything, I don't think that I could do as good as these dudes. I think I'm just do this natty thing and try to knock it out of the park. And I don't know, like, shit, by that time, all you fools started coming up like, ah, oh, damn, I need to change this. Maybe I need to work on just bringing this bringing the sport together instead of trying to just move all
Well,
the
you
weight.
won Worlds in what, 17?
Yeah, I won it at 17 and 18.
Oh,
So
nice.
yeah, dude, I've won it a couple times, and I don't know, man. Like, I definitely want to go back. You know what I mean? And
Well, like 17 was crazy because weren't you like the fourth alternate or
I was
something like that?
yeah, I was fourth alternate in
That's
17, and
crazy.
bro, I
That's the
just
same thing with like Amanda Lauren. She was like an alternate, I
yeah,
think, and then she ended up winning best overall.
yeah, dude, that's insane. Like, I just so there's so many freaking just badasses out there. That's why we have you on this thing. Like,
Bro, there's
like
so many times that I'm like, I see someone, I'm just like, oh man, they're gonna be really good. Like I'm nervous now. Like fuck.
yo, like it's but that's the thing. That's what this sport's about. It keeps us on our toes. I mean, and it's weird because it's I I cannot like, at this point. There's maybe 4 you guys that I even have now that I even have my post notifications turned on. Like, when you lift, for sure, I have my post notifications turned on. Not out of like like, I mean, one, it's out of respect, but two, it's just out of straight inspiration, man. Because at this point, there's not a lot of people, and I'll be 100 when I say there's not a lot of people out there in terms of lifters that inspire me. You know what I mean? And I think, one, I don't know them, and two, the way this game is right now, like, you're in it. These people are in it. They throw on hella weight. They're around for 2 or 3 years, and then they're gone.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
I'm just like, it does seem like a lot of people have like maybe like a 3 to 5 year
Yeah, they
lifespan,
like it's pretty much like a rapper, dude. Like,
a career.
most rappers' career, I mean, they're hot for like 3 years and then they're out. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
so it's kind of how it is with powerlifting. So for those of our numbers, that have lasted past that 5 year span, I'm like, dude, I gotta rock with that dude because there may not be another one like that.
yep.
And and so I think with you, I think it was probably all the Brett Gibbs hype I was really like, man, let me see what this young cat's about, man. Let me see what he's about that life. You know what I mean? Because at that point, I mean, Brett Gibbs was like he was it. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
so, and the thing is, you like guys, you 83s, 80, and 181s, like you guys are, like you guys always kind of have that hype.
yeah.
You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
a 200-pound guy now. I'm a real
Oh,
man.
calm down, calm down until somebody goes over 2,000. You're like, all right, I gotta go back down. But like, I
Yeah, that's actually someone messaged like Sean Noriega like saying like, oh, I think I can hit 205, and I was like, damn it, guess I'm gonna have to cut down and hit like
You're gonna have to
2050 just
you're
to
gonna
be
have to
like
like you're gonna have to put like a
shut
twenty
him up.
fifty just to like let me shut the door for a few years. Like
Yeah,
but like I think that was my time because I was like, dude, let me peep what this guy's doing because that year we didn't take any 93s to Worlds when it was in the US, and I was super butthurt. I'm like, wait, I'm killing people right now. Y'all not taking a 93? Okay, bet,
uh,
whatever. But I went anyway, to watch, and bro, I've never seen someone lift so calm and just like, all right, he gets hyped. Like, you literally get hyped in like 5 seconds and, all right, go, knock it out. He's done. He goes and walks back. I'm like, dude, this dude is real. And so I was like, all right, you got my attention. Let's see what he does in upcoming years. And then he just kept stacking weight, stacking weight, stacking weight, stacking weight. The technique just kept getting airtight, airtight. And like you started building this body of work, man. Like, it was just like, bro, if he goes to a meet, he's about to shit on everyone in that hole. Doesn't matter if it's IPF, doesn't matter if it's an IPL, doesn't matter if it's USAPL, USPA. I don't give a raw unity. It doesn't matter where it's at. If you go, somebody's son's in fucking trouble. And like, so for me, like, I just like, bro, this dude is real. So I was like, post notifications turned on, bro. And you've been killing the game. So like, when it came time for the tribute to come around, like, yeah, I think John's gonna try to take the all time. I'm like, ain't no think to it. I'm walking around this whole like Don King, like the greatest place in America. He's about to do it. This dude talking shit. I'm talking shit for you, And people are like, do you know him? I'm like, doesn't matter if I know him or not, dude. He's about to take this hoe. And it was like I remember I was in traffic getting into San Antonio and I missed the squats. I'm like, what happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? He goes, oh, he I think he got enough for the squats. So now he's just gonna have to throw it over mitts. I was like, well, as long as he goes over like 507, if he goes like 512, something like that, 512 plus, he'll be in a good spot. Yeah, he'll be in a good spot. And then you threw it up. I'm like, oh, he's about to do this shit. And then from that point to this day, my most viewed IG video, most liked IG anything is when you that last deadlift when we went over 2,000, man. When you went over 2K, I was just like, this dude, that's the realest shit I've ever seen. And I've seen a lot of dope things. I saw Ray's first 1,000+ squat and comp. You know what I mean? I've seen him break.
That. I was there for that.
Yeah, like I've seen damn near every super dope thing that's happened in powerlifting, over the last, 4 or 5 years. And to be able to sit there, not in the crowd, but right next to that platform and watch you do your thing, dude, I can honestly say that was one of like the dopest moments for me. Like through that whole thing, man, like, and I guess that's what I want to get to. Like through that whole thing, like, I mean, with like prep prep seemed like it was pretty okay. Like going through all of that.
It was pretty good for the most part going into that meet. Like I think honestly, so I did that local meet in April.
Yeah.
And like prep actually sucked for that meet, but then I killed it and I was like, damn, I think I could have gone like I felt stronger that day than I did at the tribute.
Oh yeah, like I mean it was, and so then when you get there, okay, so we're going through squats right now. So so like what happened with squats, dude? Like I honestly wanted to ask you that when I saw you last. I'm like, who does that? That's old shit. Why would I bring that up? But I wanted to ask. I was like, I guess I just saved it for the podcast. Like what happened with squats? I mean, like. What was the
squad high the first? Like I didn't get really like stressed. I was more like, damn, I'm gonna look really fucking stupid, because like this was the first meet where I've been like, hey, I want to hit this number,
right?
I think, and like I'm like, damn, I'm gonna like training was looking good for it and everything.
Yeah,
I'm gonna look stupid as shit if I like bomb out.
Yeah, like, and the thing is, like, it didn't really. I think the crazy thing was like the way it all looks so light.
Yeah, like I mean, I always open like super light.
Yeah.
I plan for like, so I opened at like 628, I think.
Yeah, which I was like, I saw that you opened it. I was like, this motherfucker is about to do. Holy, he's gonna have to do like deadlift jumps. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I mean, but the thing is, like, that's characteristically like that's what you've done. You know what I mean? Like your body handles those jumps. Like it must be nice to be young. My body, there's no fucking way. Like even if I if the day calls for like the few times that I've had to do 700 plus in training, I'm like, yo, I've got to start at least 300 keys because there's no way I can make this jump. You know what I mean? So it's like but in meets, I think I'm always afraid. I'm like, yo, you know what? 700's here. It's here. It's here. It's definitely here. There's no way. I gotta start super low. I gotta stay in the meet because I mean, you just like there's always that one judge, bro, that's just like, oh, I see what you're trying to do. I don't like that. At least in my head, I feel like that.
Like, I don't like your face.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And so I think that's why I try to be nice to everybody because you never know who's gonna be a judge. Because I feel like everybody's like a judge.
Yeah,
like
you see someone in that judge shirt, you're just
have
a good day, man.
Like everything good, man. You need a bagel or something because you're gonna be out there all day. That's crazy.
You want me to bring you some Starbucks?
Like yeah, you good? I mean, I have extra Gatorade in the back if you need one. But yeah, I think
you want some gummies.
Yeah, like man, I don't even need these. I mean, I did a 2-hour cut. I'm fine. I might pass out, but you know what? As long as you're happy. No, like I think like after, I mean, but obviously you nailed the squat, you know what I mean? And then from that point, it was just like, basically, were you just aiming at 2,000 straight up and then like, we're going to work backwards from that? Or was it just like, we're just going to take
So originally, like, I was like, because I went in, I'm like, fuck, man, I think I'm capable, like, perfect day. I was thinking like tying or like maybe chipping Jesse Norris's 2033 at 181 was like, I was like, damn, if I did that, that'd be like insane.
Yeah.
And because that was like a legendary total.
Yeah, man.
And then squats like happened. And I was like, okay, like if I still hit my playing thirds for bench and deadlift,
You
then
still,
I'm still good.
yeah, you're so good. I mean, and bench was fire, dude. I remember watching something like, dude, this dude, like, I think around that second bench, I mean, because I mean the first move, whatever, but that second one, I remember watching that second one move. I'm like, bro, he's in the like he's literally he's in the zone right now. And it's weird because for people that don't lift, and especially anybody that's never, damn, it's gonna. I swear, it's not trying to sound elitist in any form of fashion, but if you've never benched over 500 pounds, like, it doesn't matter how heavy you are, it doesn't matter how light you are. If you never benched over 500 pounds, or if you have benched over 500 pounds, like, either it's there that day, or it's not. There's no
Oh
in
yeah,
between.
100%.
There's no in between. And like the thing that people have to understand is like 400s. That's dope, whatever. But once you start getting into the fives, when it's there, because like honestly, you feel like you don't even need a lift off. You feel like you could pause it for an extra second. It's just like it's just there. I feel like I just felt like the focus and the confidence, and I feel like it's the swag that you have mentally when you're benching over five. It's different. You know what I mean? Like, because if you do make an error, there's really no. I mean, if you're sub 200 pounds, there's no coming back from that. Like, it's a wrap for you. So
Yeah,
you either have to have the biggest dick energy, or you got to be a rabbit. You know what I'm saying? And so when you move that second bench, I was like, oh, he's feeling it. He's feeling it. I mean, and the third was just like, all right, I was routine. It looked routine. I was like, oh shit, this dude's got momentum. And after that, I'm like, I mean, first deadlift was like whatever. Second deadlift was like whatever. I'm like, bro, this dude's about to do the damn thing. And I
well, the
remember,
second deadlift was the one I hit the 2K on.
yeah. So I was like, now it's just house money. I remember looking over. I remember looking over at Big Boy, dude. He was just like, just doing this. I'm like, this dude, like, it was the craziest thing, like, watching it. And I mean, and like I said, for people that and that are in the other sports. I guess like when I watched Kobe's 81, or you know what I mean. I saw Tiger win at Augusta or whatever. I mean, everyone has their moments. Like, for us in the powerlifting world, like, that was our moment, bro. That was a moment, like, that you don't think that you would ever see a person, what I'm saying, do something like that, not that light. And then to do that, I mean, there was a couple of you guys that were 181, but the fact that you were straight up raw and you did it, I was like, this guy that's otherworldly. So fast forward it, you know what I'm saying, to, fucking few months ago, and I was like, well, not even a few months ago, a few weeks ago, I should say, and like, yeah, I think he's gonna go for Jesse Norris's record. I'm like, this motherfucker, straight up. And I'm being honest with you right now, John. I'm telling you, man to man, I've been eyeing that record honestly since I met Jesse, honestly.
Yeah.
And I always thought like, oh, John, he's just probably gonna stay down 181 and just murder it and just keep stacking, stacking, stacking. I'll get a chance to cut, because this is no joke. My goal was to go for that record at the Arnold this year, cut down to one. No. Here's the thing. This is straight up. This is. I'm being
Yeah.
man to man with you right now.
Yeah.
Last year, I cut down to 83.2. No, 83 point.
No, I remember that.
83.7. I was like, I don't think I can move the weight that I want to move. I don't think I'll be able to squat over 600 cutting that much that quick. I mean, in 2 hours, there's just no way I'll be able to get my hydration back. So I was like, well, let me eat a little bit and get up to 84. I got up to 84.7, 84.3 or something like that. But I wanted to see, that was my test run, to see how my body would feel cutting weight past the point I needed to cut. And so that was kind of my test run. I was like, I think I can do it. I think I can do it. I think I can do it. So in my back of my mind this whole year, I'm like, all right, Nationals is going to be over with. I'll start my diet as soon as Nationals is over with. And by the time I get to January, I'll probably be right around 91, 90 kilos, and I'll just be able to train at that weight this whole time. I'll be able to attack this record. The next thing I know, like, oh well, I guess Sean took that one too. And I remember, I don't know, I don't remember where I was, but I remember like, yeah, dude, he just shit on that one too. I'm like, what? That dude's so greedy. That's literally all I said. That dude's so greedy. And I can't even be mad at you, bro. I'm like, at this point, dude, build your legend. You know what I mean? And it's weird because as much as people, I can honestly say, because I feel like a lot of, the USAPL side, the IPL side, I feel like they felt super betrayed. Like, oh, John left us. You know what I mean? Because I'm telling you, dude, at least
See, I
from
feel I got mostly positive
well, yeah,
people from
you
that.
like I'm telling you right now, a lot of at least I'm like, dude, this guy, he was our savior, he was our great hope, and now who are we gonna have? Like I just, dude.
And then Russ comes in.
Then Russ comes in, but here's the thing, dude. Like, it's still one of those things that anyone will argue. Like, if it don't Russ moves weight. He
Yeah.
moves weight, but I can honestly say it. Stay or go. It would be one of those things where like, ooh shit, it's the John Russ show. Oh, it's the John Russ show. Oh, it's the John Russ show. Like, it's I don't know that of the two guys in the game right now, I don't know that there's two more, as far as I'm concerned, two guys that I would want to see go head to head more than you and Russ. But then I'm like, well, I don't know. Can Russ hang? I don't know. You know, I mean, can John cut down and can he still put up those numbers? I don't know. Like, I mean, there's always like these ifs or whatever, but at the end of the day, man, it's just like I'm glad that you do like just you're killing the game. And it doesn't matter what fed you're in, it doesn't matter, who you identify with. I'm just glad that if it's going to be on anyone's backs, it's on y'all's backs because you guys are doing some crazy, amazing things, and you're bringing people to powerlifting that otherwise I don't think that they would even be interested in. You know what I mean? And so that's been a super cool thing. And I think for me watching, kind of the old guy on the outside looking in, it's just like you're able to do stuff that not a lot of us are able to do. Some of us kind of get close, and sure, I might be able to deadlift what you deadlift with straps. You know what I'm saying? But that would be
Hmm.
it. You know what I mean? And sure, I might be able to bench what you bench, but I'm also, you know what I'm saying, like 10, 15 pounds heavier. You know what I mean? Like, I there's no way I can make my squats look as smooth as you make them look. And it's like, and it's crazy because, when people, when I guess when people see you online, they're like, dude, that's insane. But I don't think they understand when when someone can watch you lift live, it's like, oh my god, like it's crazy. Um,
Yeah, I
and
remember Joey was telling me about how like during my squats at Worlds, Matt Gary was like talking to him. He's just like, he should not be able to lift that bit, like based on
yeah,
how he's built.
like the
Like we'd argue so much to get me to let them
just let you cut
let me
loose.
go 298
Oh yeah,
kilo or for squat.
I was just like, man. And the thing is, like, and it moved. They're like, all right, okay, maybe you should have. Okay, we should just listen. Like, it's awesome. It's awesome. I mean, and I think that's the one thing that people, at least myself, people like myself, like you just have to you kind of have to sit back and just watch and just be in awe because at the end of the day, strength is strength. It doesn't matter what your color is. It doesn't matter how you're built. If you're strong, it's just gonna find a way to manifest itself, man. And you managed to do with just a insane, insane job of just showing how strong you are. Now that the suck your dick fest is over with,
Good.
like what? Because it makes people uncomfortable. But my thing is, like, have you always, just been like kind of the strongest guy in the room? Like, I mean, I'm sure you played sports and all that stuff. Like, how'd your journey even start? Like with like the whole
Yeah, I was
lifting
always
thing.
like pound for pound, like the strongest guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was always like super competitive, so like I always had to do like the most push-ups in like grade school for like the
Oh yeah.
push-up contests and
Oh
like
yeah.
pull-ups and everything. And then getting into like high school, like middle school, got really into lifting. And yeah, I was always wanted to be like one of the strongest guys. Like there was a couple linemen that
Yeah.
were stronger than me, but like so we did squat, bench, and hang clean for our
Yep.
like test out,
Yep. Same.
and I had the number two on our team my senior year
That's what's up.
for like the total.
And I think like, I'm sure it ate you up inside. Like, dude, I need to be number one. Like, yeah,
I remember
I
there was like one of the linemen like I benched 265 going into my senior year, and he got so that was third for bench, and the guy that got second hit like 270. He was just like, yeah, jump like every time during practice, he'd just be like 270, man. And I'm like, you're fucking like bro, I'm 140 pounds right now. Like
yeah.
fuck off, you're 280.
You're like double my size. Like, yeah,
Cool, man. You hit you
yeah.
hit body weight. I'm just kidding. No, we just like fucked around all the time.
It's weird. A lot of the guys that that I played football with both in high school and in college, those tests, and I hated weights. Like that's no secret. I've talked about it a lot. Like I hated lifting weights, but test day, I always wanted to be number one. You know what I'm saying? And so it would be one of
Hmm.
those things where I would kind of, I would literally avoid the weight room like the plague until it was test day. And I'm like, all right, bet I'm gonna have the fastest 40. I'm gonna have the highest vert. I'm gonna bench press the most. I'm gonna bench press the highest amount. I'm gonna hang clean more than everybody. And I would, I was good until like we got to hang cleans, but we had a receiver, and it's crazy because it's dude. Like I was in West Texas, and the guy he lives in the same town I live at now, like in New Braunfels, in the middle of Texas. Like I would never thought I would ever see that guy again. He's like a principal. But I look back on all those guys, and there was a couple guys that were stronger than me, just straight up stronger than me. And
Hmm.
I'm like, I'm stronger than those guys now. You know what I mean? Like it never. I
I
don't
feel
think
you.
I don't think it ever dies that competitive spirit. I'm like, if we test right now, I would murder them all. You know what I mean? Like I kept my strength.
Nice.
What'd you do with yours? Oh, I guess you had a family. You were a productive member of society. Well, I'm strong. So there's that. But like
Yeah.
I mean, at so then when was your first meet?
First meet was when I was 20 years old.
Uh huh.
It was at USAPL Badger Open
Ah, yeah,
in
yeah,
Wisconsin.
yeah. Because you're a
Pulled
Midwest boy.
1482. Like,
And now it's just like freaking 600 plus pounds later, like it's nothing. Like that's crazy,
yeah, it was,
man.
it was funny because I was looking back and like, because even then, like, after that meet, I looked at it was like right before Raw Nats. It was like
Hmm.
the week before, and I saw where my meet, and like I would have been like second or third
Yeah,
at Raw Nats with like my first total, and I'm like, oh, maybe I'm good at this.
yeah. Like I think it's crazy because I think people people see
But
the
now like 1482 is like
look you
it'd be like a good total, but it wouldn't be like
it
I don't
wouldn't
think that
it
it wouldn't be
wouldn't even
like prime time or anything.
nah you wouldn't. I mean you could say that
I
you
don't
went to
even know what
there.
the qualifying totals for 181 are now
I don't
or
even. I
83.
don't know. Like the way if the trend right now, it looks like it's whatever it's gonna be. It's gonna be higher than the 105 freaking qualifying total. Dude,
Yeah.
it's just crazy. Like I mean, and that's just kind of it's really where it's going. I mean, if you're a 83 guy or a 205 guy or I guess a 198 to 220 guy, like that's where the most of the competition is gonna be. I
Yeah,
mean, you
yeah,
go
for
to any
sure.
meet anywhere in anywhere in the world, and that's where the majority of your entries are going to be. And so, it's I always felt like it was like partially ridiculous that the Wilkes didn't give us any love. It still doesn't give us
Oh my
any
God.
love.
I
Like
hate the votes.
you know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, like
Like the IPF points are flawed too,
yeah,
but
but I'm like, but at least we have a
I
shot.
like dot. Yeah, I
Yeah,
like dot form or dots or whatever.
yeah,
Have you seen
like
that one?
yeah, I have like it's a little bit more even keel across the board, but it's just like it doesn't. If you're a woman, you are about to murder, like
Yeah.
dude, you know what I mean. So it doesn't matter, you know what I mean. Like at the end of the day, none of us are gonna catch Amanda Lawrence, bro. She's gonna put it like out the park. Doesn't matter what it is, you know what I mean. Or try to catch Steffi, try to catch Cece. Like, it's not gonna happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like my body's gonna break in half, trying to catch those ladies. Like
Yeah, especially like untested women. It's just like this is not fair.
this is like this is
Like
something
I'd
that,
have to have a total like 2400 or something
at the
to
very least, at the
yeah,
very
I don't
least,
even think that would get because they were like 700 kilo
yeah,
or 700
yeah, like
votes.
700. I think, dude, you would have to like be like 25 to 26 at 181.
Yeah, something like that. That's retarded.
So basically, you would have to be a baby gorilla to it's just not possible. So
Pretty.
so when did the I'm trying to think. I have so many. I'm trying to like just keep my brain in order. Like so then like I guess I can't even say made the switch because I don't really feel like there's a switch in powerlifting. It's just like I'm gonna compete here. I'm gonna compete there. You know what I mean? And I feel like, if people want to make a deal out of it, they make a deal out of it. But I think for you, the cool thing that I noticed was, what I mean, it did, you compete in IPF one time or USAPL one time, and let's say you go to a USPA or whatever the next time. The thing that you've been able to do, that you did and that you continue to do is there's not a lot of room for criticism when you're putting up numbers and you're consistent. Um, and there's people that have just they switched over they've gone over, they've competed at, in multiple federations, but their consistency either drops down or they completely kind of disappear. Um,
Hmm.
for you, what's been not necessarily your secret, but what's been kind of your mindset, to with the consistency over the years? Because clearly, you continually gain. I mean, we all have our nagging injuries here and there, but you've managed to avoid, obviously like super crazy injuries. Like what's kind of been your secret in terms of not necessarily, I don't need to know your training secrets or anything like that, but like what's kind of been your formula to kind of stay consistent and just, keep adding up?
Um, so I think the biggest thing for me is like I've been thinking kind of like long term. It's like even before like going to worlds or anything like that, I think it's like every lifter's goal is like to be like one of the goats.
Yeah.
And so like I saw like going to worlds as like, all right, if I win worlds, like that'll help my
Yeah.
resume. And then switching, it was kind of like, all right, I want to be like, I don't want to just be like an IPF goat. I want to be like one of the guys
Go.
who's all around. And so with that, it was kind of like a lot of like long term planning. Like,
Oh,
all
without a
right, if
doubt.
I hit like this number, I actually just did a podcast with Andy last night too.
Uh-huh.
Andy and Brandon.
Oh
And
God.
I was talking about how like one of my like really big goals is 1,000 kilo raw total. And
Yeah.
like I think I could do that at 90. So I'm kind of looking
Shit.
like long term, like all right, if over like the next like 2 or 3 years, like I do just 2.5 kilo PRs on each lift.
Mm-hmm.
That's like, yeah,
Yeah.
three. That's like 4 meets or something like that, or five
Yeah.
meets, I think.
Yeah. I mean,
And so it's just like it's not you just can't like reach for numbers, and I think it's important to like I think guys get like really stuck on a certain number where
mm-hmm.
they're like, oh, I need to hit like that 500 bench, where guys will come in and they'll hit the same first two lifts, and then they'll try and jump to
Yeah.
500 on their third, and they miss it, and they just stall.
Yeah. Like it's.
And I think like I kind of got in that mindset for a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and then after which one was it? I want to say maybe tribute last year. I
Yeah.
guess 2018.
Yeah.
I was kind of like, all right, I need to do like a reset on my lifting career and like kind of reset where my goals were. So I changed it up, and instead of wanting to go like 500, I was like, all right, I'm just gonna go for like 490 or 496 at
Yeah.
this next meet, and then build from there.
Yeah. Like I think that self-assessment, that taking a step back and kind of seeing where you're at, like, all right, clearly the formula that I'm putting out there is not working. So what can I do? What can I do to like obviously further the longevity and have the numbers increase? And it's hard because I mean, while it's not all fitness, it's part of the fitness industry. While it's not, all about, vanity, there's a degree of vanity that comes with lifting. There's a degree of self, you know, self assessment, self pleasure that comes with moving those numbers, because it's such a personal thing. But the hard part, I think that happens, especially with, high caliber lifters, is having the having the balls to look at yourself and like, you know what, dude, I need to take a step back. Regardless of how
Hmm.
far you are in your career, how many times you've won, it's being able to like, dude, I got to pump the brakes on what I'm doing right now because at this rate, I'm not going to get to where I want to go. And having to, and it's not something. Sometimes somebody can tail it to you, and you can like, oh yeah, I didn't really think about it that way. But for the most part, most of the time, it's got to be self inflicted. It has to be a wound that's completely self inflicted. Like, dude, I suck, but I don't
Yeah,
I don't suck because I suck. I suck because I'm making the wrong decisions for myself. Um,
yeah. I think like a big thing is you got to be like, hey, like I have this big goal, but I don't necessarily have to hit it at this meet. I just
right.
want to do better than my last meet,
Yeah.
and that's I think like a big mindset you have to have.
Well, I mean, and then of course, I will say this because you are so elite, are so advanced. I mean, and there's no knock to your competition, no knock to the other 90 kgs, no knock to the other 181s out there. It's just right now you're at a point where there's not a lot of people doing what you're doing. It's rarefied air, and it's supposed to be. There's a reason why there's a reason why when you walk in, like, oh shit, Sean's here. You know what I mean? Like, you've worked for that. You know what I mean? Like, as have all the great lifters, like, Ray Williams, like, it's like, all right, Ray's here, who's competing for second. You know what I mean? Like, but that's the work that you put in. I mean, there's people that are, you guys are complete outliers, and you're supposed to be. You know what I mean? Like, you're able to use your talent, your strength, and your passion, and all focus into one thing, and you're reaping the benefits of it. I mean, and that's how it's supposed to be. But the crazy thing with, I guess, for me, I guess what I'm trying to say is that, with you being such an elite lifter, with you being, in such rare company, it's, you're able to, not all the time, but you're able to, like, all right, I can pump the brakes a little bit and, reset myself. Now, for a lot of those people out there that, that are, we can use the 74s right now. We use the 74 kg guys right now, the IPF guys, is about to get so thick in that 74, kg.
Crazy, yeah.
And, Charles is about to move up from 66. So,
oh, shit, really?
Yeah, dude. So, yeah, maybe I shouldn't have said that out loud, but yeah.
You can bleep it out.
Oh, whatever. Yeah, but yeah, like, so with him moving up, like, it's going to be so crowded. So, like, all right, Taylor Atwood was definitely able to do that for such a long time. You know what I mean? Like, all right, let me kind of sit back, reassess what I'm doing, retool, and get back on it. Will he be able to, if he ever had to, had to retool? Like, are you able to do that when you have people breathing down your neck? And so that's always the thing where obviously ego kicks in, and then you have this sense of urgency. Because I mean, while we all have time, I will openly admit you definitely have time. Thank you for David Ricks for showing me that I have time.
Jesus Christ.
Like, yeah, dude, the guy just did 331. He just did the 93 world record in training like it was nothing. So I'm like, go get your record back, Dave. I love that man. But I think that's a big thing that a lot of lifters, they do, is they look over their shoulder and they see the people coming, or they look in front of them and they see the people in front of them, like, I've got to make up this time, or my competition is going to pass me by. With you, are you, I mean, I'm obviously, we talked a little bit earlier, like, I mean, obviously, you're at a point now where sometimes you don't even know the competition that's coming, but sometimes people just bring it to your door, so, hey, there's a guy that's doing this, or there's this guy that's saying this. How are you able to focus with that? Because obviously, heavy is the head that wears the crown, and bigger is the target on that person's back. Like,
I still get like pretty, like, if someone like sends me like one of Russ's videos of him squatting like 700, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna hit that tomorrow. Like, fuck him, I'm gonna dump it or something, some shit like that.
Like you're so you, like, that competitive spirit doesn't go anywhere. Like, it doesn't dampen. I think it just makes you hungrier to do it. I think like it's weird because, like, at this point, everybody that I compete against is at the very, very, I guess, least 15 years younger than me. That's fucking crazy. And it's like, all right, cool. These dudes, like, clearly they heal like Wolverine in comparison to me. You know what I mean? And they get a few nagging injuries. Bro, I get an injury and I'm like, dude, this could be it. Straight up. And maybe I'm being a little dramatic about it, but, like, like, I've always, I can tell you straight up, like, I've always wanted to just, be in a meet where I'm like, yo, well, shit, the tribute. I want to do the tribute, but I couldn't do the tribute. It was like, hey, you can lose your IPF stuff, blah, blah, blah,
yeah,
blah.
I remember, the first tribute.
Yeah, I was
talking to you about that. I was like, I saw you on the list. I was like, oh, hell yeah, this is gonna be awesome.
I was so ready, man. And, and shout out to everybody in USPA, because, like, people think, well, you pulled out because the IPF and the people, they told you were going to lose your IPF status. Quite the contrary, actually. And again, I will shout out USPA for this. They reached out to me. Some of their people reached out to me. They'll remain nameless. But, like, hey, man, do you know? Because I didn't really know the rules that well.
Yeah.
Like, hey, do you know that we've got a few people that are banned, and that you could, you can mess up your status with IPF, and, I understand that you're trying to go to Worlds, blah, blah, blah. And, fast forward a few months later, I ended up winning Worlds again. So I was like, no, I had no clue. It's like, well, if it's all right with you, we're going to keep you on the roster to the last minute and we'll take you off. So they kept me on the roster to the last minute, because at that point, I mean, if I didn't even know that that my name was even a draw. And shout out to anybody that came thinking that I was going to lift because I thought I was going to all the way. By
I
the
mean,
way,
I was excited when I saw your
yeah,
name on it.
I was stoked because like, yo, I finally get to lift with this dude. You know what I mean? Like, and I think people forget we're just lifters, we're competitors. But bro, like, if I like you said, if you're going to be the best, if you're going to be considered one of the goats, dude, you've got to put yourself in goat-like situation. Okay, you feel that? Whew. That's break time. I get tired of listening for too long. So, let's chill for a little bit. Quick little break. Stretch your legs. Get something to drink. And then mosey right back. And let's listen up to the corner of the circle. Let's get started with the next part. You know what I'm saying? And for me, that was going to be my first time, putting on knee wraps. You know what I mean? That is going to be my first time having the opportunity to squat 7. Didn't matter if it was in wraps or not. Like, to squat 7 in a competition, like, I was hyped, dude. I was so hyped. And then I get that call, or I should say that email. I'm like, oh, man.
That
all right.
sucks.
Yeah, it really did suck. But, like, the thing that, but the thing that people have to understand is, like, dude, we're all in the same game. We're all just trying to get stronger. We don't belong to anyone. We're all grown-ass men and women that are just trying to move as much weight as physically possible before the clock strikes 0 and we're done. And
I
so
remember I had that same, like, because when I posted that I was going to sign up for the U.S. Open, like, the first year, I got, like, an email from, I can't remember who, but they were like, hey, if you do this, like, you can't do Worlds. And I was like, fuck you, don't tell me where I can and can't compete.
man. Like, and there's ways of reaching out to a lifter. I'm like, hey, man, by the way. And I think,
I mean, they were, like, nice about it.
Yeah,
but
they're like, but
know.
for me, like, it was cool that I think had I gotten it from, USAPL/IPF people first, I think I would have been super, super pissed. Super, super pissed. But the fact that I got it from, like, the USAPL or USPA personnel, IPL personnel, that meant more to me than anything. The fact that you're looking out for me as a lifter. Doesn't matter about me being your lifter or their lifter, whomever lifter. The fact that you're looking out for me, for my well-being and for my status, what have you. That meant the world to me. So I was like, you know what, man? You guys showed me love. I'm gonna try to get you guys a lifter. And I actually got a lifter to come, and he took a couple shots at that 165 all-time record. So I was like, I mean, I may not have lifted, but I feel like I still had a good showing as far as, like, repaying the favor. Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna pay that kindness forward. I'm definitely gonna make sure that I paid those guys back for it. I still plan. I told Bobby Morgan to his face, like, I will do a USPA meet. I just got to find one that I can do. I got to find one that I can still train and I can still just go, because I mean, I don't care if it's local or not. I want to see what I can pull in the deadlift bar. I want to see what I can do. Like I had my first.
I'm trying to convince Russ to do one with
dude. That would be so badass. I think he would enjoy it. Like, bro, I had my first. We have, like, these slightly oversized Rogue bars, and they're not that much larger, but they're just a bit larger than, like, the normal stiff bars. And I pulled 750 on it yesterday. Was it yesterday?
Damn.
Bro, and anybody that knows me knows I'm not a deadlifter. I'm not a deadlifter. And it's something I've been really, really working on. But I will be honest with you, bro. I watched your video over and over and over and over and over and over and over in the bathroom. That sounded horrible. But that's where I go to kind of get my mind right. Like, I go in the bathroom and I sit on the bench in the bathroom, and I just, like, like, there's like 3 or 4 you can do, and I just watch over and over and over, and I just watch you pull and pull and pull and pull and pull. I have my Knock Loose playing in the background, like, all right, let's go do this. I mean, and so I feel like, especially in this game right now, like, if you're an elite lifter, if you're, an established lifter, man, I feel like the one thing that people, they don't want to admit is that you still draw your inspiration from other lifters. Like,
oh yeah,
I will openly admit, like, dude, when you get a PR, it's everything in me not to go to the gym immediately, like, yo, let's throw some weight around.
I do the same thing. Like, Sean Hayden is he hit 507 bench recently. I was like, damn, I got step my game up on bench.
Bro, I was hyped when he hit that. And the thing is, it's the hardest thing right now.
I love it. I love it when that happens.
Yeah, man.
Makes everyone
when Keiko throws it around, I'm like, bro, I'm gonna get you. But I can't do it.
That's why I can't understand, like, the mindset of like Bryce Lewis. He, like, deleted a bunch of people on Instagram.
Yeah. Oh, so he didn't want to. Didn't
Yeah,
want to
'cause
see
he's
the.
like, I can't see like people succeeding when I'm not. I'm like, oh man, like take that as like motivation.
But yeah, but I think people are wired differently.
Y-
Like
Yeah,
I mean, and how Bryce is. He's wired differently. Um, and he's such a dude. He's one of the most just cerebral persons I've ever met in my life. Like Bryce has his methods and shit. His methods work.
it's working.
Yeah,
So,
he's been killing it. But like when I'm watching guys now, I'm like the ego in me wants to go in the gym immediately and throw weight around, but the I guess the human part of me that realized like, hey, dude, I literally have bicep tendonitis, tricep tendonitis that I just found out I had a couple of days ago.
holy
Bicep
shit.
tendonitis, tricep tendonitis. I also have freaking golfer's elbow. I'm like, how is all of this shit happening in one arm? And it's my lag arm, it's my left arm, it's my lag arm as is. I mean, and it sucks going from this time last year, dude. Like I literally pressed 550, and I'm like, dude, I'm about to do this thing. I'm about to
Shit.
freaking do this thing. And then to go from that to like straight up for 3, 4, jeez, 7 weeks, dude. 7 weeks, I could not get over 470. 7 weeks,
Damn.
bro. 7
Oh,
weeks. I tried to
I
do
bet, bro.
500, and it would fly off the chest. It would just stay there. Right arm would lock out, left arm wouldn't do anything. So I was like, all right, well, I guess I have all these saved videos of me doing 500. I guess that's what I'm gonna post. Because, dude, it's the most
I've been there.
it's the most embarrassing thing, dude, to be stuck, injured, and to be honest, not know if you're gonna come out of it. So I'm like, well, I guess I'm gonna focus on my squat, and because I finally got rid of the the tendonitis in my quads. So like, I guess I'll focus on my squat. And after 2 years of trying, I finally got back over 7. Like it's just like it's if it's one thing, it's another. I don't know. So like the cool thing for me now is watching you guys and watching the progress you make and watching you break these records and watching you set a new benchmark for what a lifter's supposed to be doing, dude. Because like you're a good dude. You lift well, you work hard, you know what I mean, and you don't make people feel like shit in your presence. And I think that's been the coolest thing for me as an old head watching guys like you, like just eat your way up like to the top. Is that you know what I mean? Like in all of this, all the way you've done it, like you've literally just been the same freaking dude from day one. You know what I mean? And like you have a blast doing it. And I think that there's so many guys in the game right now that they're just intense, dude. They're intense, and I mean, there's no other way to describe it other than they're super intense. And it seems like they're losing that one element of fun that's in the game because they're
Yeah,
so
that's
focused
for
on
sure.
executing and science-based this and knowledge this and cite this source and all this whack shit. I don't care, dude. Can you move weight? Awesome. So let's focus on that because at the end of the day, no one's following you because they want to see you cite some source. You know what I mean? If they're following you for that, you know what I
Well,
mean?
some people do.
Yeah, but the thing is, they're not following me. You know what I mean? Like I want to see you move weight. You know what I mean? If you want to follow somebody and get some awesome scientific knowledge, you can follow Greg Knuckles. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that dude's gonna get your mind right and he's gonna make your brain explode. But I mean, for the most part, most of us we're foot soldiers, bro. We're the frontline soldiers that move weight. That's what we do, and that's
Hmm.
awesome. Um, but I feel like a lot of that fun is lost. You seem to have a lot of fun. Has that always just been your game? Like I'm gonna have as much fun as I can and move weight in the meanwhile, or is that something like you just found out like, hey, I should just have more fun and be more lighthearted about it?
Um, I guess like going back to like I'm just like super competitive, so I
Yeah,
have fun winning, I guess. And so it's just like that's like my motivation. It's like I'm like if I if I win this meet, I'm gonna have a good time tonight. But like even still, like if I don't win, I'm still like having a good time. But it's
yeah.
just like I'm still like damn, like
It's more fun to win.
would have been a little bit more fun.
If I would have won, yeah, like
Yeah.
like it's what's been what this is a question that I've always wanted. What's been your up to this point? I guess what's been your most favorite meat that you've had?
Ooh. I guess I would either it's a toss up between hitting the 2K or winning worlds. Because like those were both like big
Oh
milestones and
yeah,
like were kind of like ones that were like on my list of like I want to do that
yeah.
and like able to check that off. Both of them were like
So it's kind of like this. It's kind of a
are
neck and neck.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
Like
that's hard to choose. That's hard to choose.
I enjoyed like the competing against someone else. Like, yeah, it's a toss up between like, do I enjoy competing against someone else or competing against myself more?
What a dick. I mean, I mean, there really wasn't anybody when I was chasing 2K. But no, I get it, dude. I get it. Like
Or it was like chasing a number versus chasing like
chasing a
the
number
title, I
versus yeah,
guess.
chase. It's like it's chasing versus racing. You're racing against another person to get to that world title versus you're chasing a number. You know, heading for that
Yeah.
2K. Like I completely get that. I'm still chasing numbers that you know what I mean.
Like I try not to like necessarily chase records
Yeah,
because like a record's always gonna get broken, but
right.
like people remember who like hit the first like 1,000 squats. It's gonna be Ray. Like it's gonna be like
Yeah,
there's gonna be other guys that squat 1,000, but
but
you
it's
know
always
Ray's gonna be the
it's always
first.
like it's always that first guy to do it at that created that milestone. It's like it's a groundbreaker. You know what I mean? Like I mean, 1,000 pounds has been squatted before, but the way Ray did it, you know what I mean? The way he did it raw and everything, like that was groundbreaking. You know what I mean? And again, I
Yeah,
mean, and it was weird because as soon as he squatted 1,000, it was like, all right, bet I can squat 1,000. I can squat 1,000. I can squat 1,000. It's those.
yeah,
It's got to be that guy that's willing to, that guy or girl that's willing to, kick the door down. Like, hey, man, this is possible. The human body is able to do this. You want to see? Let me show you. And I mean,
yeah.
and
Like
go ahead.
you're not necessarily always gonna be a record holder. Like that record is gonna get broken eventually,
Oh yeah,
but you can always be like a world champ. Like you can't take that away from someone, or like
exactly,
a national champ or whatever. And you
exactly.
can't take away being like the first guy to do something.
Oh
So
yeah. Like so, it's just crazy. Like looking back on it now because like I thought I can honestly say I didn't think I would ever see somebody, God, how do I say this? Like, dude, like it's weird because like I mean I'm super emo. I was emo about it because I always wanted to see the dude do some amazing stuff, man. And just his body wouldn't let him. But I always thought that Jesse Norris was going to be the next Ed. I really did. Um,
yeah,
I
I think we all did.
in my heart, I always knew like that dude is about to do some stuff that's never been done before, and I was rooting for that guy so much, man, and I still am. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I still go to his
I
IG,
mean,
and
still like
he's
you
still
see like
he's still stupid
the
strong.
numbers he puts up, and you're like, damn, he could probably like roll into a meet and hit
Yeah,
like
like this dude did like 675 for like 10 or 12. I'm like, okay, well, that must be
dang.
nice. Like you know what I mean? So like when I see him, and I see his, and every now and then I'll send him like a message, man, like you're still a goat to me, blah blah blah. Like it's just it sucks seeing like sometimes like it's just you don't know what's around that corner in terms of how your body's gonna be, how your body's gonna treat you, and then here you come along. I mean, and it's weird because like I'd always known you, you know what I'm saying? I'd always known of you, and I knew you were strong, but I just didn't know how strong you were. And now it's like it's so weird saying it out loud because I've said it in my head, I've said it to myself, I say it all the time watching your videos. I'm like, dude, here's the next goat. This guy can do it, and I don't want to jinx it, man. But it's just it's fun. It's fun to watch you. You know what I mean? And I think that's why I think I'm usually not as adamant about doing a podcast. I'm like, can't do it, no big deal. You know what I mean? I'll see you when I see you. But this is one of those
Hmm.
that like I want to at least be able to to say to you to your face like I feel like you can be the greatest that ever touched the bar. You know what I mean?
Thanks,
And
man.
I I I definitely feel like and it's not just from it's not just from what you do, but it's how you do it. Um, and I can say because I'm like a town crier. I have a chance to talk to everyone. You know, there's hardly ever a bad thing ever said about John Hack. There's hardly ever like people don't necessarily say negative stuff about you unless they're just straight up jealous. You know what I mean? And I mean that comes with the territory. But that's been the cool thing that you're well respected amongst your peers, and I think that's been the coolest part because regardless of if you want to ignore that it exists or not, there is that great divide of is it USBA or is it USAPL? It's either our side or their side, whatever, whatever. But you're one of the only people I know, even to this day, that it doesn't matter if we're at the Arnold, it doesn't matter if we're at Worlds, if you're there, like somehow you're back there with everybody kicking it. You're back there with everyone talking, and it's like, oh shit, John shit,
Yeah,
what's up, man?
always got to sneak into the warm up
Yeah,
room at Arnold.
and like but that's the thing, dude. Like I think that's the part that people forget. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I mean, people know Eddie now, you know what I mean, but a lot of people didn't have a chance to know Eddie, when he was, when he was on his goat, on his goat status and really just killing the game. The thing that makes, in my opinion, the things that makes a goat is not just what you do on a platform, but it's what you do outside the platform, how you make people feel. And I feel like you've been able to capture. I don't know how it is, but you're able to capture this this part of people's imaginations where they're like, dude, this guy is legit a real life Captain America. At the same time, I think it's cool. And again, I can say this to your face because I'd rather say it to your face than behind your back. The way that you treat people, just when people interact with you and everything, dude, they're like, oh shit, this dude's a superstar. But then at the same time, like you just talk to them or whatever. And I think you have a way, you've managed to find a way to make people feel like, you know what, you're important. As important as you feel I am, you're just important to me with this conversation that we're having. And I really feel like that is going to be one of your long lasting, qualities. I think that's going to outlast any record that you ever set, is that you've managed to, capture people's imagination, but also make people feel like they're just as important to you as you are to them at that particular moment. And the people, I mean, people really feel like, I mean, if you go back and you watch a lot of the tapes of the filming and the videos of you, when you pull for 2K, dude, it was like people were like standing with you, like they were pulling alongside you. Like that for me, that was one of the coolest things to see, was like people's responses to you. It wasn't, what I mean, like it was like they were, it was like they were on the platform with you, man. And again, for me, that was my like, dude, this guy can end up being the greatest that ever touched the bar. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, it's still my goal to be, what I mean, the greatest lifter that ever touched a bar. You know what I mean? But in the meanwhile, in between while, it is an absolute fucking honor to watch you do your thing, dude. It really, really
Thanks,
is.
man.
And I think that's the one thing as a lifter that, you have to be able to. You can't be a great unless you're willing to recognize greatness. You know what I'm saying? And I know for me, watching the Tigers and watching the Jordans and watching Kobe, R.I.P., and all the great athletes that have bombarded our imagination since we were freaking 3 to 5 years old, is that all the greats have always been willing to shout out another great. All the greats have always been able to, like, hey, you know what? While I'm super competitive and I feel like I'm the best, that guy right there is definitely one of the best that ever did it. And so in my quest to be the one of the greatest that ever did it, I have to give you props, because like, dude, you're
Thanks, man.
legendary. You're definitely legendary. And so now you're at a point now where it's like, all right, I've attacked these goals. I have other goals that I've set. Like, what's left? Like, for you, what's left?
I mean, the big one is 1,000 kilos. That's like,
that's gonna be huge.
what, like, yeah, that's like the one that I'm like really, like, after that one I'm just like, I don't know, maybe like 2,300 something. I don't know.
Yeah, man. Like, that's that's crazy. That is crazy. God, that's been on my horizon. I mean, but for me, I'm just like, I mean, I might actually have to gain weight to do that, but I don't want to gain weight to do that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like I still, I still have that goal of being the heaviest man in IPF history to go 10 times body weight. Like, that's my goal. Is it possible to do? Yeah. I feel like it's very possible to do, if I'm healthy. You know what I mean? And like, I don't necessarily, I don't want to have to keep it, but I want to be the first to do it. And there's a lot of people that eye it, but I'm like, bro, it's out there, it's attainable. I mean, now it's just like using my age as my tool. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be the oldest man to total 2,000. I want to be the oldest man to total 1,000 keys. Like, I have my goals, but I stopped writing them so much on my mirror, and I just started putting them in a book. You know what I mean? Because now it's just like work. It's work. You know what I mean? And so, like, goals have changed from writing. You know what? It's time. I want to bench 550. Well, shit, I did that. Now what? All right, I want to squat 725. For a double. Okay, I did that. Now what? Like, okay, so how about we just get rid of the numbers altogether? Let's just focus on working. So now, legit, all it's on my mirror is you don't work, you don't eat. That's it.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, like it's and I guess I kind of take a page from what you said. Like, I mean, it stops being numbers You know what I'm saying? You stop being married to numbers and just really start focusing on the process of stacking as much on that total as possible. You know, just executing as well as possible, little goals. I mean, because I think once you realize that you're stronger than most, and then you get past that point, you realize I'm stronger than most powerlifters, and then you get to that point where I'm stronger than most powerlifters that weigh the same amount of weight that I weigh. Then it's like, all right, now it's like it's hard not to be greedy. Um, and so the fact that you say like you know you have to dial it back and take like those two to three steps back to take 50 freaking leaps forward. Like I think people need to hear that. I think people, you know, just in their everyday lives, like sometimes you have to take those steps back, you know, to take that leap forward. Um, Dude, I'm talking a lot, bro, because like I'm hype about this. And that's on me. So
So
like,
I'm not like a big talker, so
um, so like,
anyone who's watched like the Four Horsemen podcast with me, Joey, and
you just kind of
Sean
like,
and Ross, I'm just like, I'll pop in every once in a
yeah.
while.
So with that being said, what is I mean, do you have another meet on the horizon that you're aiming or is going to go to like U.S. Open or
I got Pro Raw coming up in like 3.5 weeks.
Jesus?
So that one's one where like I don't really care what I total. I have like a total in mind that I think like would win it, but I'm going for like winning that one.
Already, like,
Whereas like the showdown in September, that one like I have a number that I want to hit.
oh
And
yeah, yeah. I don't want to know. I don't want to. I just want to see you do it. I might have to show up to that
and
one.
actually like it's changed. It's recently changed because like training's just been going like really
Bonkers,
well.
dude. Your training
But
is
we'll see
going
because
freaking
I
bonkers.
actually just slipped on ice today and I think I sprained my MCL. So
Shut
we'll
up,
see. No,
damn,
I'm not shitting you. It hurts right now.
dude.
So I'm like, hope like it's not bad, but I'm like gonna have to go light for like next week or two.
Bro, I
Shit.
I think the hardest part for me has been just like when I know that I'm hurting. I fell off my roof, dude.
Damn, dude.
Taking I was taking down Christmas lights this late, and I was like, dude, these either I'm gonna leave them up on the house, or I'm just gonna take them down. I'm just gonna take them down, bro. I slipped and I fell, and I don't remember a lot. I just remember like shit was just slow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
that's what it was. Like I was carrying like a tool bag today, and like I was just
oh,
walking into a building, and like just like it felt like slow motion. I was just like, oh shit, and like kind of felt like a jolt through my body, and I'm like,
I just knew it
it,
was
like
gonna.
for a second, I was just like trying to move shit, just like, was this the
Yeah,
one?
that's what I did, dude. And the thing is, thank God, like the way that I fell, I at least landed in the grass, but I landed straight on my back, and so I just laid there, and I swear I had to look like a cartoon because like my like one arm is here and the other arm's back there, like, and like both legs are kind of splayed out. I'm like, dude, please tell me that I didn't like break every bone in my body. So no joke, I was like, all right, I don't want to know if I'm paralyzed yet. This is no shit. I don't know. I don't want to know if I'm paralyzed yet. So I just want to wiggle my fingers. So like I wiggle my fingers. I was like, okay, just move your arms. Okay, cool. My dumb ass. The first movement I do is okay. I can still bench. This is
All
no
right, still bit, yeah.
move my neck. I'm like, all right,
That's pretty much. I was like doing body weight squats and
yeah,
the like. I'm like
dude.
working in this
Yeah, dude. This is a life
big
view, of
ass
course.
like industrial facility.
Yeah,
I'm just
dude.
like doing body weight squats. Like, all right, it kind of hurts a little bit if
Like
like my knee goes in, but like if I keep them in line,
if I
it's
keep them in line
fine.
up, good. Maybe I have to open up a little bit. Yeah, and like I waited for like the last moment. I was like, okay, here we go. We're just gonna try to move our legs all at one time. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, and I'm moving. I'm like, okay, I'm not dead, dude. I tried to stand up and I laid right back down. I literally just laid there for like 20 minutes. Like my back was wrecked. So like yeah, like that was like 2 weeks ago. So you know, mind you, mind you, like that's right before I should say that was right. Yeah, that was right before my I did my surgery or whatever. So I was like, dude, my back is jacked. So it is what it is. And I had a pretty okay day. But last week, dude, when I tell you I couldn't even move 675 off of 4-inch blocks with straps and a deadlift bar, it wouldn't budge. It wouldn't budge. I was like, bro, I think I'm gonna have to pull out the Arnold. I'm gonna have to fly the Arnold.
Ugh.
There's no way. And I don't know, man. So like I like I said, like when I saw that prescribed seven, like it was actually 775. Like, dude, I've never touched that shit like without straps. It's like there's no way I can't pull that for a single. I've never pulled. I've never pulled 750. Without straps. So I was like, bro, let's go 750.
Do you have a coach?
Yeah, freaking.
Who's your coach?
Well, I actually I'm RTS, man. So I have Ross Lepela and Mike
Oh
Teixeira.
yeah, I know Ross.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's awesome.
Yeah, dude. So they give me the old 1, 2, and I mean, and because like I program and I have my own people, whatever. Like they give me a high degree of input on what I do, and then they kind of put the RTS touches to it, and make sure I'm not like fucking myself up.
Yeah.
It's weird, man. Like because for so long I coached myself, you know what I mean, and I was making moves, but was like at some point I think I looked throughout my career as an athlete, and I've always felt like I've done better just being an athlete and not the mathlete. Like I just like to be told what to do, me be a soldier, and go out and do it. And so, especially when you're in meets, man, because I mean, for me, if I coach myself, I'm so analytical of every little thing, and I don't like that part about myself because I'm definitely not gonna. I'm not gonna do my best, like having to trying to figure out what my Wilks is gonna be and what that guy's gonna do and trying to guesstimate, what jump he's gonna make. So I'm like, dude, let me just go out there, like have somebody else do it. And I mean, I've gotten lucky. I mean, you know how it is. Like if you get a few wins here and there, like people will reach out to you, like, hey, I want to help you out, and you can kind of sift through the people that you want to help you out. And like I was like, I landed on RTS, one because they not only do they handle me, but they also they help me, they educate me, to help my people. So I don't know, man. Like you have a coach, or you coach yourself?
I just coach myself right now. I've been by myself since U.S. Open 18, I think.
Damn, I did not.
I mean, I've
know
always
that.
done like my own off season, and then I worked with like Joey to peak. But
I had no idea. That's what's up, dude.
Well, like a big thing with me was like, it's like once I like finished school and I started working, like my job has me traveling a lot, and it was like, I was like, man, I don't know like which days I'm gonna be able to get to the gym and like stuff like that. It's like my train's gonna be all over the place. Like, I don't want to like have you like take the time to write up this program, and then me be only like able to work like 3 days a week.
Yeah,
like, I'll just kind of like.
So you got, I mean, you know your body right now, and you can play it how it goes. And I mean, let's be honest. At this point, I mean, whatever form you have going is working. You know what I mean? And I mean, and then you go with it until it doesn't work anymore, and then you can go back to the drawing board. But as of right now, I mean, I don't see any reason why you're killing the game. So,
yeah, I mean, I've like thought about actually because Australian strength coach, Thor's coach, he's gonna be doing the same meet as me, and actually like I'm doing a strongman meet in June. Jesus. So I was thinking about like hitting up and just being like, hey man, like, you want to be my coach?
Yeah, man. I mean,
so we'll see.
I mean, and it's one of those things where like I've gotten really lucky because I've had so many just badasses reach out to me, like for coaching and everything. And I'm like, well, dude, if you just tell people that I don't coach you, like just tell people that you coach yourself. Like I don't need, you know what I mean? Like there's a lot. Powerlifting is weird like that, man. Like I was like, dude, you don't have to tag me. Like, I don't care if you tag me or not. Like, just lift what I'm telling you to lift. You'll get stronger, and I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? Like, if you need somebody to handle you, I can have somebody handle you. I don't have to handle you. Like, I mean, because, it's sometimes I get it. Sometimes it's weird to have, like, have somebody coaching you that you compete against or having somebody in the same category as you. Like, it's just, so I just always kind of, even like when I sound like, dude, like, here's an anonymous form here. Boom. Just do the programming. I don't care. Like but I mean that's just how some people give me. So dude, that'll be dope, man. I think, dude, that he's a fucking beast. He's a monster. So you'll freaking 2 months later, John's totaling 1,050 kg. I'm like, God dang it, I need to follow his footsteps. But yeah, man, I only have 2 more things for you, man. And I'm gonna get out of your hair. You didn't know about these, but now you know. These are my traditional questions, man. The first one is bucket list. It could be lifting related. It could be just traveling. It can be whatever. What are 3 things on your bucket list that you would love to do?
Oh shit, that was like putting me on the spot. I think I'd like to go to like each continent. Would be pretty dope.
Yeah, that would be super dope.
Yeah, maybe Antarctica for just like a day. Just be like. I'll bundle. Actually, I like the cold, so it wouldn't be that bad. But you hang out with some penguins and shit.
Bro, I tried. I always tell people I applied for a job in Antarctica, and as a guide, dude, it was like paying fat, but you had to be an Australian citizen. That was the catch. So,
Ah,
yeah, dude. So there goes that. Whatever. So number one, you want to see every continent.
yeah.
Number two,
Um, two. Yeah, it's gonna be like really nerdy, but like max an account on RuneScape.
I can't be mad at you for that, dude. You
I
can't
don't
be.
know. I mean, I don't like. I feel like I'm in a good place where like there's nothing. I'm easy to please.
Oh
I
yeah,
guess I would say.
yeah. I get that. I'm. All right, and what's
Like
number?
there's little things like skydiving that I'd love to try, but I wouldn't like consider that like a bucket list thing.
Yeah, that's the
But I feel
things.
like I could. I feel like that's something I could go and do like next week. I'll just go do it. Like,
Yeah, for sure. It's like if I have the time, I'll do it. Or like I think for me, like I just have to have my courage up. It just has to be a day that I'm like, you know what, I'm feeling brave today. Let's go skydive. Or you know what I mean? Like
yeah,
let's.
it's something where like I've talked about with like friends. We're like, oh, let's do it next summer, and then just like we just never like talk about it again.
Dude, that'd be
But
fire. So that's number two. Number three.
I guess like be considered one of the goats powerlifting is, but that's something I don't know if like I
That's
can really control because it's like an opinion of people.
yeah,
Just gotta
but
do
I
my best, I
mean,
guess.
well then, but I think like if you put up the numbers and you put up the body of work, then it at least that puts you in the argument. You know what I'm saying? That puts your
Yeah,
name in the
yeah,
argument. I mean, and I think that's what a lot of us, you know what I mean, that have the that have that aspiration, that goal to be, be a goat or the goat is, you have to put up a body of work. And if you're able
yeah.
to
That's
put
the thing. It's like I don't think you can have like, I mean, I guess like Ed would be like the goat. 'Cause he's
yeah,
pretty like unanimously considered.
yeah,
But I think you gotta be
you got to
like for a sport like football where like the population size is so big.
yeah,
There's no guy that's like the goat. He's like, oh, he's like the goat to like some people, but
yeah,
like
yeah.
some people think Tom Brady, some people think like I don't
Peyton
know,
Manning, like
Peyton Manning.
yeah, I think that's, with powerlifting, like, I mean, I think if not the GOAT, then at least I want to be on that Rushmore. I want to be on
I
some,
was just gonna say that, yeah.
like, I would like
Like,
to be on that Rushmore. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy to think like even though his career is young, like Ray's GOAT. Like
yeah,
he's put the
I
body
put
of
him on
work.
mine.
He's definitely put the body of work together. You know what I mean? In our lifetime, like, I mean, if ever there was such a galvanizing figure, a person like, oh shit, bro, that's Ray. Like, it's him.
Yeah, because I remember I made a post. I like Photoshop like everyone's. I think I had like Ed Cohen, Ray Williams, like Kim Walford, and Yuri were
Yeah,
like
dude.
the four I picked.
God damn Kim,
Oh my
dude.
God, I got so many people that are like, oh, only one girl. It's like, well, like I watch guys, like I don't know,
Yeah,
I can relate to guys. And a lot of people are
yeah.
like, oh, all these people are like today's goats or something like that. I'm
I'm
like,
like,
yes, because I've like
I've only lived a few.
these are the people I'm watching.
Yeah, like,
Like,
and it's like, how can you even? Kim Walford is even. She's obviously she's a lot of our ghosts, and even now, it's just like sometimes I forget. Like, she gets left off of so many people's lists, which is weird, because she is,
yeah.
bro.
Like a lot of people are like, oh, what about like Steffi and like stuff and like Cece, and I was like,
Yeah,
oh, like yeah, they're like those guys are like honorable mentions, but I only had four, and like
yeah. You only have four, and it's your Mount
these are the
Rushmore.
ones that like, yeah,
And
it's like these
let's
are the
be
ones that like,
100. Like, let's be 100. Kim's been doing it longer, and she kind of like, like the impact that Kim's made in the doors that she's kicked down and continues to do so. Like, bro, you got to give her props. You know what I mean? If there's only one spot, I mean, if there was one guy and one woman, then straight up Kim would be my one woman, like without a doubt. Like, you'll be hard pressed to convince me that she's not the greatest woman to ever touch a bar. Like, it's just,
yeah,
I mean, there's been some badasses too, dude. But I'm just like, what Kim's been able to do and what she
like
continues to
she's
do.
definitely like a like I feel like the women too right now are just like Ed's like a pretty clear like you're
Clear
number
cut.
one
Yeah.
kind of guy. I feel like the women are like all kind of
They're
like
kind
the
of bunched.
top women.
Yeah, well, I
Yeah,
feel like a
it's like
lot.
1A, 1B kind
Yeah,
of
like it's
spot.
crazy because like they just keep putting up numbers and numbers and numbers and numbers and numbers and numbers and numbers, and then the crazy thing that starts to the glaring fact that starts to stick out. It's like it's not, it's not gonna be just it's not the 72 kilo and below anymore. It's you know what I mean it's like, dude, have you seen what Amanda Lawrence is doing? Hey, do you see what Daniela is doing? And honestly, the one that gets left out every
Honestly, Bonica Brown too.
that's what I say.
Like, I
Bonica
mean, she's doing it
Brown
in Raw
and
and
equipped like
whips.
Bonica Brown is whew, if obviously if Kim didn't exist because I mean Kim coached Bonica, so it's like if Kim didn't exist, Bonica would be my number one. She would definitely be my goat because she literally has done it on every platform
Yeah, I
known
mean,
to
like
man.
USAPL has like, or IPF has like the three-head monster of like Jen Thompson,
Mm-hmm.
Cam, and Bonica
Yeah,
of
and
just like,
I'm like, wow, like
bro, the year I went to Worlds, like, oh my God, I feel like we won like the girls won like every weight class pretty
they did
much.
because I was like, it was
No, they
Kim,
didn't win
but
84s, I don't think.
did we even bring one? I don't think we had one
Yeah,
because I thought
yeah,
I
we had one.
did we because I thought
Alicia Webb, I think.
was it? Oh, because oh, you're right because I
Yeah, because
thought
we had, because
oh
I know
you
for sure we had like Heather win,
Heather win,
Marissa, Inda,
Marissa.
maybe.
Yeah, it was Heather, Marissa. Um, I don't know who the that
57. Who would that be?
was it.
Wait, was
Jen?
Marissa 57 or
Yeah, Marissa was
52?
57. Jen was 63. 72 was Kim, and 84 was Webb, and 84 plus was Benika.
Onika.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for some reason, I thought we took Leanne Hewitt, but we didn't.
No.
She was like all of 14 years old, so yeah, she's a
Yeah.
teen. Yeah, she didn't.
Oh my God.
But yeah,
Yeah.
they've been
The
dominant
U.S.
for.
team on that year was like so stacked. 'Cause even the men, we had
Oh my god,
like if we had like you or Norris in the 93s,
dude.
we would have just been like,
I was.
like
It was so weird because like we looked to the 93s and at that time that was when like Ryan Dorst was still active actively powerlifting, and
yeah.
we had all gone
Who
to the
won
gym.
that? Who won nationals that year?
Huh?
Who would have won nationals that year? Was that
That was
Lane?
Jesse won it. He remember he had that final pull
Oh, that's right. And then
because
he
like
like
yeah
failed for the pre-workout.
yeah like Jesse won, Lane got second, I got third. I pulled for the win. That was my first 700 pull. They called me for soft shoulders, so
Damn.
I went from first to worst, first and third, and I remember I didn't even go to the dude. That's
Wait,
the
who
only
got
time
second?
Lane got
Who
second.
got? Oh,
Yeah,
Lane. Okay,
yeah,
okay.
Lane got second. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, dude, I'll never forget that because I didn't even go to the podium. I was like, I'm out of here. I'm gonna go drug test. I was so angry. I was hurt. I was hurt.
Uh,
But yeah, like and then like we had gone to the gym a couple days before and like we'd all trained and I think like I forgot I think the winning total was like I think it was like an 840. And like we're in the gym like, all right, 850. Everyone's going 850 kg total. So that's how we're gonna do it. We're gonna pace ourselves at 850. Everybody's gonna pace the world record because the world record at the time was 847.847. Yeah, 847.5. So I was like, all right, we're going for 850 totals. Ryan totaled 850. I told like 850. I don't know, like 856, 855 or some shit like that. And God, who was the other guy with us? He felt like 830 or something like that. And then we go to Worlds 2 days later, and like the winning total was like 840. I'm like, oh my God, dude. I was heated, dude. I was so heated. I was so
damn
heated.
it, man.
Like all you had to do was just say LS, you're in. But you know, I'm like, dude, my stuff is in my truck. It's always in my truck. But yeah, I think that's just crazy that I mean, like in terms of goats and everything. Like I mean, has your Rushmore changed since then, or is it still the same?
No, because that was back in like that was only like October or something like that when I made that.
Okay. And here's my
So that was
final
recent.
question. I got my final question for you, dude. And you know, this is definitely on the spot. I don't even care. I don't care if you squirm or not for this one. Give me right now. Doesn't matter what federation, man, woman, doesn't matter. Give me your top five in the game right now. It doesn't have to be in any order. Your top five in the game right now,
Yuri for sure,
without a doubt.
including myself. Because
Nah, bro, we already know.
five. Okay,
Bro, you already.
I don't know.
It's established that
Top
you're
five
you're the
right
hottest
now.
you're literally the hottest in the game. And you
My
already you
God.
were already you were
I
already
would
on
put
my list.
Yuri ahead of me right now.
You put Yuri ahead of you.
I would put Yuri ahead of me.
Dude, what
Um,
Daniel Bell? What about Daniel Bell?
yeah, I'd put him in there. Probably Russ. Well, if you could ask me in like 4 weeks when the Sheffield happens, that would be like way better.
Can't do that.
God damn. All right. Well, who are the top girls? Amanda Lawrence.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah. Of course, Danny's been killing it in training. So, like, God damn,
That's hard.
I'm
5
so
is hard,
competitive
dude.
right now. I'm so goddamn competitive. Um, one more.
Those are hard. It's hard.
Damn, dude. There's like so many people. I'm like, oh man.
Like, like Steffi. Obviously, Steffi's killing. She's always killing it. Who else has been killing it crazy here lately?
Mariana, I guess.
Mariana,
I would go like
dude.
Mariana.
Yeah, Mariana is a god, dude. It's just man. It's hard because I would even.
That was the thing. I was like, do I want to pick like her, Cece, or
Cece's killing
Steffi?
it.
And I'm like,
Steffi's killing it. Kim just had the.
oh, you know what?
Kim just killed it. She just said like all those
recency. I'm gonna throw Jamal Browner in there.
Oh yes. What? How did I even forget Jamal? I got a podcast with him coming up.
I know, me too. I'm like,
golly, like he's on goat shit right now. Like,
yeah,
like that dude is. Oh man, I never in my life.
He was the guy that like when he did his meet, I'm like, damn it, he's stealing my fucking thunder.
Like, and the thing is, he did it so quietly, bro. Like it wasn't,
man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, but he did it into. I mean, and anybody that knows Jamal, like they know, like he's not one of those like he's so chill, like and just so low key with everything. And he literally did it in low key fashion, like you know what I mean, like. And he did it at a dope meet. You know what I'm saying?
He was always that guy that was like, man, if he puts it together on a meet, he's
a wrap.
Pop the fuck off.
I mean, he did it in such a major way, and it's like, and he's just chill with it, bro. Like, he's so chill with it. It's such a nice guy, works his ass off. You know what I mean? And just, doesn't really ask for a lot in return. He's like, yo, just give me my respect. That's it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I never in all my years, I don't think I would ever see somebody pull as smooth as Yuri pulls until I saw Jamal. Like when I saw that kid pull live, we did the Toronto. We were invited to that Toronto Pro Show, and like that was the only time I've ever had a chance to compete with him. And it was Wilkes based, and of course Keith Mahoney killed us all. But Jamal goes up, and I think it was like 745, 750 he opened with, and it honestly, like he almost lost his balance. It came up so fast. I'm like, wait, what? Who is this kid? And I just, and after that, like I friended him, you know what I mean? And it just kind of, kept tabs on him and everything, and I just thought, I'm like, there's no way this kid is just really that good, dude. He's just amazing. And he just kept adding and adding and adding and adding. And now we're at this point where I'm like, dude, the sky's the limit for that guy. So like I'm
like, damn, dude, you look like you could pull like 1030 at that
meet. Yeah, easy. And then like, I don't know if you remember, like the year before when he went there, like he couldn't even he could. I think he tried like 900, like 915 or something like that, and it was just not in the cards for him. Like he just was not. Yeah. He had a pretty bad meet. Like it wasn't a shit meet, but he had like a bad meet in comparison, to some of the meets.
Yeah, because I remember I did the hybrid last year.
Yeah.
In like December, and he was there for the deadlift only.
Yeah.
And he had like a pretty bad, like he couldn't hold on to like.
No, I couldn't hold on to anything, dude. And like, and a dude that he just went back in the lab and just head down, freaking ice forward.
Yeah, see, he did what he had to. He took a step back and probably like figured out like what.
Yeah, man.
What the fuck's like wrong with me?
Yeah, man. So I feel like
now he's gonna pop off.
Jesus, it's insane. So yeah, so we have crap. Obviously, you go without saying. So I have to put you in honorable mention because it's your list. So John, you're the automatic number one for your list. But okay, so we had shit. I already forgot. So Jamal's in there. Yuri's in there.
Jamal.
Mariana.
Russ.
And
Amanda Lawrence.
I feel
like there's one more.
That was Daniel Bell. I said Daniel Bell.
That
was yeah. Daniel had a, because I didn't think I'd see.
If Daniel has like another really big meet,
that would solidify.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I'll give you okay. So all
But
right, so
it's really tough, like leaving him off the list with the biggest total.
yeah, really is of all. Yeah,
But like at the same time, it's like,
it's just like your body of work has your body of work spoken. Yeah, I get what you're
yeah,
saying. So I Daniel will be honorable mention, but he has to be mentioned because he did put up a a buku
yeah.
total, like and it's
I
just
think
it's
that's like one of the things where it's like chasing a record versus like a milestone kind of
yeah,
thing. Where like everyone else on the list has like big wins
yeah, big wins,
and like
huge bodies of work.
milestone,
Yeah, and
where he has like,
he's got a total right now, and it's hard
yeah.
because dude, he's just
I mean, it's the biggest total,
it's the
so
biggest total,
it's
but it's
weird.
just like big guys are so it's hard to like it's really hard to judge them because they're gonna put up crazy numbers. You know what I mean? But then it's like, dude, it's
See, I almost
so
that's why I like almost like the weight, like the non super heavyweights, like because you got to do it like within a confine of weight. Like you could be a
yeah.
super heavyweight and be like, all right, I'm just gonna like put
I'm
on
gonna eat
another
as much
five
as I
pounds. Like
can, and
fuck it.
yeah, like it is what it is. Like it's plus, and some of those dudes are plus plus plus. I'm like, dude, like if you're putting up stupid weight and you have like yeah, by the way, you can't go past 220 pounds. What? And okay, cool. All right, I didn't know that. Or hey, I hate to tell you this, but at the time of weighing, if you're over 198 pounds, sorry, bud, like your thunder is gonna be lost a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, all right,
Yeah.
181 pounds, that's it, bro. That's all you got. I gotta do what with what? So I'm still gonna put up this number with what? Okay, let's see what we got. Like it's it's like you have to. It's a different mentality. Not that it's not a mentality being a big guy, but when you're a smaller guy, or you have that weight, you don't have that weight limit, and you're still trying to chase that number when you're in that number chasing mode. You got to be a little bit crazy, man. You know what I mean? Because you're clearly not competing at what you're training at most of the time. And if you are able to, if you're able to feel, I mean, because I think for me the goal is I want to feel as good on meet day as I do on my best training day. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
I want to feel like, dude, my stomach's full. I don't feel nauseous. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to feel like I cut. You know what I mean? I just want to feel like, hey, I'm going in here. I'm going to do my thing. Like all the elements are in my favor. And if you can get to that point and the meet, you can cause so much damage. But if you don't, bro, you can get wrecked. So it's like dude, it's the like I've had some some meets where like, dude, I felt like an absolute superstar. Like the cut was great. The rehydration was even better. I went in the meet feeling better than I normally feel in training. Then I've had ones with like, like shit, the Arnold last year. I was like, dude, kill me. Like, why did I do this?
I bet that. And I feel like that's just like more rare as like a super heavyweight because you don't have to cut. You like just do not have to worry about cutting.
No, you don't have to worry about cutting. So you just go and you do your thing, man. All right, man. I'm gonna get out of your hair because like I literally can talk this all day long. Where can people reach you if they want to reach out or they want to follow you and all that stuff? Do you tweet or are you like IG only?
IG only. I made a Twitter for my girlfriend, or she like convinced me to make one. Then I was just like, this is dumb.
It's dude, Twitter's an acquired taste for sure. But yeah, dude, I honestly I don't even know where to start in terms of thanking you, man. I mean, obviously, I thank you for being a dope ass friend. I thank you for being such an amazing ambassador for the sport. I thank you for your work ethic, man. And the inspiration you provide a lot of us. I mean, self included. I definitely don't feel like I'm an exception to that rule. Like, dude, you post stuff and then it inspires the piss out of a lot of us. Especially, you being able to do it at the weight you're doing it at. You know what I mean? And you always seem to have fun. And I think as long as I mean, I'll be a fan for life, man. And like I said, I mean, I said it to your face, and I'll say it to the world. I definitely feel like you're going to be one of the greatest that ever touched the bar. I definitely feel like you're going to end up on a lot of people's Rushmores for sure. And I mean, if ever there was a person that that can that Ed can pass that torch to, that's going to leave this game in good hands, man. I feel like you're a prime candidate for that, man. So I thank you for what you're doing. I thank you for what you're going to continue to do, and I thank you for being on this podcast, ladies and gentlemen. John Hack, thanks, bro. I appreciate you, man.
Appreciate it, man.
All right, man. But yeah, I'll hit you though. I definitely we'll definitely link up before it's all said and done, man. I'll let you get to sleep. I'm sure you got to get up and work and all that stuff.
Are you going to the Arnold?
Yeah,
Are you
dude.
still competing at the Arnold?
Yeah, dude. I'm competing on Sunday. I'm doing I'm doing the Pro American.
I'm gonna dip out before that.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I'm going. I mean, it's not gonna be anything crazy. I'm going as a light 105. I just want to see what I can. Yeah, I just want to see what I can do as a 105. And I mean, my diet that I'm doing right now, I'm dieting for Worlds in April in South Africa. So I'm looking to put up something pretty stupid there. So I want to make sure that I'm not, cutting and doing.
What Worlds is in April?
It's Masters. It's Masters, man.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. I mean, I made it known from the jump. I have no plans of ever going back to Belarus, ever.
Oh,
I'm never
like everyone says. I'm like, why would they?
I mean,
having it in like Canada. Like, Canada was cool.
Canada was dope.
I didn't go, but like Canada's.
Yeah, I'm never going back.
Don't
there.
have it in Colleen again because Colleen sucks.
Oh my god, dude, they were
like a cool.
Yeah,
I would like honestly. Them having it in Colleen was like a big reason I left because I was just like, this sucks. Like,
yeah, man. And the thing is, that was the worst it's ever been. Like, it's better than that. It's way better than that. Like, dude, it's always better.
Like having it in like Sweden, like that was.
Dude, yeah, Sweden was dope last year. Like, Sweden's dope. Like, freaking Russia was even dope. Even though Russia was kind of a shit show.
UK would have been cool.
Yeah, man. Like, I'm excited. I honestly, I want to try to have it like in Austin or. Like somewhere.
Austin would have been a really.
Austin
cool
would have
city.
been dope. I mean,
I love Austin.
So I don't know, man. Like I'm definitely gonna have to get you guys down, man. Have you and your girl come down and stay with us, man, and come and kick it, dude. Because like I have a little thing that I call friends break. I just invite people down, and we just like get this big ass Airbnb in Austin, and we just kick it. Yeah, dude, I'll definitely send the invite, dude. Because like last year Andy almost came and he pulled out last second, old punk. But yeah, dude, like I mean, we have like Matt, Bonnie, they came. We just go out. We literally just go out every night and just get stupid. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna send the invite to you and your girl, dude. You guys can come down. I'm probably gonna have it toward the end of May. So I'll hit you guys and let you know.
I don't like perfect timing.
Yeah, like so I'll hit you and kind of get you the dates and find out what dates work for you guys and see if we can guys get you guys down, man. But yeah, dude, I'll get out of your hair. Thank you again for being on this podcast. Like I said,
thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, man, I'll make sure that I put up, all your socials and all that stuff, and maybe get some links up of you moving this insane weight and all that stuff. But yeah, dude, John, I appreciate you very much. You have a good night. Thanks very much, man.
You too, man. See ya.
Later. What's up, guys? Thank you so much for listening to the Corner of the Circle, for watching the YouTubes and listening to all the different podcasts and all that good stuff. Want to let you guys know. Also do some coaching. You can go to ellismcclain.com and it will lead you right to where you need to go as far as filling out an inquiry and all that good stuff. And also, if you want, apparel needs and all that good stuff, we got swag. ellismcclain.com. Again, thank you so very much for everything you guys are doing for us, man, and helping us grow and all the good stuff. Like I said, stay tuned. We got more stuff coming, more episodes coming. More content coming. Either way, a lot of stuff's coming. Thank you guys very, very much.